Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now. Lions fans, buckle up because there's some serious news coming out of Allen Park that could have long-lasting implications for this team. As you all know, the Detroit Lions are in the thick of the preseason, preparing for what promises to be an exciting 2024 season. Even before the regular season kicks off, there's already a cloud hanging over the team, and it's not just about the usual camp battles or new plays being installed. No, this one hits closer to home, directly affecting their chances and their depth. This past week, the Lions faced some tough realities during their training camp, especially concerning one of their key young players. Enes Rakestraw, a name that Lions fans should keep an eye on, suffered a shoulder injury during a practice session on Sunday. And let me tell you, this isn't just a minor bump. It's a significant concern that could impact not just his season, but the team's defensive plans moving forward. Rakestraw, a second-year player and a former Missouri Tigers standout, had been hoping to build on his promising rookie campaign. After playing in just 8 games last year and recording 6 tackles, he was looking to make a bigger impact this season, especially given how much the Lions are counting on their secondary to step up. But things took a turn during one-on-one tackling drills. Rakestraw was attempting to bring down third-year wide receiver Tom Kennedy when he came down hard on his shoulder, causing what appears to be a serious injury. The medical staff was quick to assist him, and he didn't return to practice afterward. That was a clear sign that something was wrong. And now, Lions head coach Dan Campbell has come out to speak about the injury, and let's just say, the tone wasn't exactly optimistic. Campbell mentioned that the team would know more in due time about the extent of the injury, but his words carried a heavy weight. When a coach, especially someone as experienced and straightforward as Campbell, says that, it's a sign that this could be a longer-term issue. That's concerning because Rakestraw was showing a lot of promise. His versatility as a cornerback, combined with his raw talent and work ethic, made him a player to watch this season. But now, the injury raises serious questions about how much he'll be able to contribute once the regular season begins. This situation isn't just about one player being sidelined. It highlights the depth concerns that the Lions may face in the secondary, especially with young players trying to carve out their roles. The Lions' secondary was already a topic of discussion among fans and analysts, given the team's need to improve their pass defense and create more turnovers. Rakestraw's injury could be a setback in that regard, forcing other players to step up sooner than expected or possibly leading to adjustments in their defensive schemes. Now, it's worth noting that injuries in the preseason, especially early ones, can sometimes be misleading. Sometimes players bounce back quickly, and other times, it's a longer road to recovery. But what makes this situation particularly worrying is the nature of the injury. Shoulder injuries for defensive backs can be tricky. They can affect everything from tackling to coverage skills, and recovery can sometimes stretch into the regular season, especially if surgery is involved or if the damage is significant. Given Rakestraw's limited playing time last year, he was still in the process of proving himself and earning a bigger role. The Lions, under Dan Campbell's leadership, have been emphasizing a culture of toughness and resilience, but even the most resilient teams have to deal with setbacks like these. For Rakestraw personally, it's a test of his mental and physical toughness. For the Lions, it's about how they adapt and whether their depth can hold up in his absence. As fans, we know how crucial the secondary will be for Detroit's success this year. They need to improve against the pass, especially considering the NFC North is packed with talented quarterbacks and explosive offenses. The Lions have some solid pieces, including Jeff Okudah and others, but losing a promising young player like Rakestraw could be a blow. Still, it's too early to tell how long he'll be out or what the full extent of the injury is. What makes this story even more compelling is the human element. Dan Campbell, himself a former player, understands what Rakestraw is going through. Campbell's empathy shows that he genuinely cares about his players' well-being. He's not just a coach barking orders. He's someone who has lived through injuries and understands the emotional roller coaster that comes with them. When Campbell says he hates it for the kid, that's genuine. It reminds us all that these young men put their hearts into every practice, every game, and every moment they spend chasing their NFL dreams. This injury news also comes at a critical time, especially with the Lions preparing for their second preseason game against the Atlanta Falcons. They'll be without some of their regular starters, as is common in the preseason, to keep them healthy for the grind of the regular season. But losing a young player like Rakestraw is a different matter entirely. It could influence how much playing time he gets once he's ready to return, and it might even affect their roster decisions in the coming weeks. Looking at the bigger picture, the Lions are entering a season filled with high expectations. Last year, they showed flashes of the potential that could finally elevate them into playoff contention and beyond. Jared Goff has been steady at quarterback, and the team's offense has been clicking when healthy. But defense remains the key to their success. With the pass rush improving and the secondary needing to tighten up, every player counts. Rakestraw was one of those young pieces that could have become a vital part of that puzzle. The coaching staff's approach to handling this injury will be crucial. They'll likely be cautious with Rakestraw's recovery, especially given the importance of maintaining his long-term health. This means we might see him sidelined for a while, and the Lions will have to lean on their other cornerbacks and defensive backs in the meantime. It's a test of their depth, their resilience, and their ability to adapt quickly, a quality that Coach Campbell has always emphasized. As we look ahead, there's hope that Rakestraw's injury isn't as severe as it initially looks. The Lions will be monitoring his progress closely, and updates could come in the next few days or weeks. If he's able to recover quickly, he could still have a role to play once the season gets underway. But if it's a longer-term issue, the Lions will have to reconfigure their secondary plans and perhaps bring in some additional help, whether through the roster or the waiver wire. Now, fans, it's important to stay optimistic but also realistic. Injuries are part of the game, and every team faces setbacks at some point. The key is how they respond. The Lions have shown a lot of grit and determination under Campbell's leadership, and I believe they'll rally around this challenge. They've got talented players, a passionate coaching staff, and a fan base that's hungry for success. This current setback might be just a bump in the road, but it's a reminder of how fragile even the most promising seasons can be if key pieces are lost or slowed down. And let's not forget, this is just preseason. They're still ironing out kinks, trying to find the right rotations, and building chemistry. But news like this reminds us how quickly things can change, how every snap counts, and how crucial health is for every player. So, Lions fans, keep your spirits high. Support your team through thick and thin, because the journey to another Super Bowl run is filled with hurdles, but also immense hope. In the coming days, we'll get more updates on Rakestraw's condition, and I'll be here to break down what it all means for the Lions' defense and their season prospects. Remember, every injury is a story, a challenge that tests the character of a team. And if there's one thing we know about Detroit, it's that they're never short on resilience, passion, and the never-give-up attitude that could see them rise above this obstacle. So stay tuned, Lions fans. The season is still young, the journey is just beginning, and there's plenty more news and analysis coming your way. Keep cheering, keep believing, and let's see how this team responds to adversity. The road to the Super Bowl is long, but with your support, the Lions can overcome anything. Thanks for sticking with me today, and I'll be back soon with more updates. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news.